What's happening?
It's a pleasure. It is such a pleasure.
Always. What's the deal, man?
Man, honestly, it's been so good to just get to know you over this, like, just recent time. Because we met 2 months ago?
Yeah, honestly.
2 months ago?
Yep.
Amazing. Honestly, I had different expectations for you for the first time I met you.
Sure.
Considering how we met through my brother, you guys were handling business.
Yep.
And very true to that sort. So I was like, okay, he sounds kind of grumpy on the phone. Always very business, very adamant, very tunnel vision focused. So I was like, he kind of sound harsh. He felt like he be killing more than just demons. So I'm just so glad, like, you're actually just have became a brother, not that I need because I have a lot, but a brother that
sure.
I want.
Most definitely, I appreciate it.
It's been amazing.
Most definitely.
Golly, how should we begin? I have an introduction for you, actually.
All right, bet. Let's get into it.
Oh my goodness.
We good. I got all the time in the world.
And this is something to kind of get like your fans involved too, and the people who have been listening to you, and even people who haven't been listening to you, because this is just a way for you to also look back on the work that you've had committed to, and then also for other people to may have an expectation in what you may say, because I know I do, but sure. I'm a very opinionated individual. So. It's going to start with the game. So you can only respond with the lyrics of your music, only one verse. Ooh, and I'm going to ask you some questions.
All right, bet.
Okay. Dating advice.
She checked her DM, ain't got time, you came to play. So, what should you want me to say it? So with that's holy, huh? I feel like a lot of times in church and just in general, dudes like go after women, or sometimes women go after dudes, and whole time you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? And you leading another person on, and now y'all both getting y'all feelings involved, or maybe only that person is getting their feelings involved, and now it's just a bad situation. Especially in our community with going to church and belonging somewhere, you really don't want to do that, because now y'all at the same church. It's awkward. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. So yeah, I would say for sure, just off that lyric at least, like, make sure when it's time, it's time. Like, I knew when I hit Carmen and we was going back and forth on Instagram, I knew, like, all right, if she ready, I'm ready too. Like, let at least, I ain't saying just to jump right into it, but at least I knew I was in a headspace to be ready to date and potentially marry, for sure. So.
Well, that beat my expectations. I thought you were going to say she doesn't need any makeup because her Bible is her foundation.
Hey, well, that's another one too.
Right. That exceeded that.
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
Sure. For sure.
Okay. A lyric of yours about how you handle business.
Can it be from an unreleased song?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course.
All right, bet. Standing on curves, that meaning we standing on business. No, I don't care what you heard.
Okay.
So for me, like, and I know we're going to get into this later, but for me, I've always been business savvy, but also street smart. So for me, like, when I picture, or just saying standing on the curb, standing on the block, like, that's the hood terminology of it, but also that just means hustling. Like, that just means hustling. So you don't have to necessarily be standing on the block. Like, for what I'm doing in music, I'm rap hustling. Like, me doing features, me, going to do shows and stuff like that, that's hustling at the same time. So
like a Christian the baby.
Hey, hey, you feel me?
Any type Mog beat, there he is.
Yeah,
there
no cap. So yeah, for sure that. And then the last part of that verse, I don't care what you heard, that also goes with standing on business in God as well. Like, so when we standing on that curb, we standing on that business. It don't matter what you got going on, it don't matter what that person said, what that person's views is. I know my rock, no pun intended, is Christ. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure.
Your relationship with God.
Ooh, it's so many. Let's
try to keep this in the domain of released songs.
All right,
I feel like your fans have a lot that come to mind for this.
Dang. It's hard to think back to lyrics, because my wife will tell you, I dang near don't be remembering my lyrics. But if I can give you a song that would describe my relationship with God, I would say Prodigal Son, for sure. We was just listening to that on the way here, actually. Like, Prodigal Son was written at a place where, and Can't Sell My Soul, both of those. Prodigal Son has always been my thing, because I've always been the type of person, I'm getting out of that now, to where, like, when I fail and messed up, I will always feel like, oh, God don't want me no more. Because my whole life I've been so achievement driven. So even with my pops, and shout out to my dad, whichever camera I'm looking at, shout out to you, but you know I'm telling the truth. My pops is always like on to the next thing. It's like, and he don't love me based on what I do, but growing up, that's how it came off sometimes. Like, all right, bet, like I gotta go score 35 so me and dad can laugh and joke and whatever.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes I relate that with God, when whole time, God just waiting there with open arms, like the prodigal was waiting on his son. And then Can't Sell My Soul was the same thing. That was, again, another song written in a place of real transparency of like, no matter what's going on in my life, like we done had so many different opportunities. We was talking about that on the way here. We done had so many different opportunities to compromise that would have increased my finances exponentially. But it's just like, no, I can't sell my soul. Like, and to me, a lot of people hear sell your soul and they think Illuminati and whatever.
Yeah.
It ain't just that. Now, I ain't gonna speak on if they real or not. I don't want no smoke with them people. But as far as what we do, selling your soul would look like to me, like for instance, a weed company for whatever reason reached out to me and offered me a 6-figure deal. And they literally was like, oh, we can make it holy, man. It could be holy gas or holy smoke, something
Holy
that they
smokes?
said. Yeah, holy smoke. That was they selling
Yeah.
thing. Now, mind you, it was people around me at the time that's like, well, I mean, you know, you ain't got to do it. You could just accept the money. But no, that's selling your soul to me. Again, going back to the lyric of we standing on curbs. No, we standing on business. No, we don't care what you heard. So, yeah.
That was really like well said, and I want to reference actually like one of your viral songs that really got you on the map was Christian drill music, and when I was listening to that, it's just so much passion within that, and how you really are painting an excellent picture of your relationship with God, and how everything else on the outer lines can't come in between that anymore. Yeah. I felt like the actual emotion towards that too, but it was a righteous anger,
100%.
Unlike a lot of music that is out there to basically worship other physical things and acknowledge those type of desires, but instead like refocusing on what really matters to you, which is like just a frustration, and like a lot of people can relate to you about that, about like what was getting in the way. So that was really well put. And
thank you.
My next one was actually going to be obedience, but you said so much about that actually I want to turn into repentance. So any lyrics about that?
Yeah, it's funny, and I'm not gonna say the name of this song because I don't want people to go look it up because it's very old.
No.
I'll tell you off camera, but I hate this song. It's called Lord. No, why was I about to say it?
Ooh,
anyway,
you heard, guys.
Anyway, the lyric goes, "Lord, please forgive me. I've been sinning for a minute. Stuck up in my head, something like that. But it's Lord, please forgive me. I've been sinning for a minute.
Oh, yeah, I need you.
Yeah.
Lord, forgive me for all the sins that I committed.
There you go. Yeah. So now y'all got it, y'all.
Right.
But,
oh my gosh.
But yeah, that was at a place where I was living in Atlanta at the time.
Yeah.
And my life was so hectic. Like we were literally living like holy rock stars. Like every day, like going to sleep, we would probably leave the studio at 2-3 in the morning, be asleep by probably 6, wake up by 9, and do it all over again. And I got caught up so much. This was before Christian Drill went up, so nobody really knew who I was. I was really grinding, and we got caught so much into that my relationship with God started to slip because I was so focused on the music and forgetting that he the one that made the music. He the one that gave me the voice, that gave me the ideas. So I got so caught up into that one day I just sat down. It was a house probably like of 5 of us. Everybody, I think they had left, and I stayed back, me and my handheld mic at the time, just trapping it out, and I played this beat, and that was what came out. It was just authentic, and some people love that song. So.
That's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. You couldn't even hide that from me. So thank you. I think that honestly just expounded a lot of like just who you are, and that you just have a relationship with each of these songs that you've had. So I'm gonna like do a little background, a little monologue for you because you deserve it.
I appreciate it.
Born, raised Detroit, born September 29, 1998, Detroit, Michigan. Moved to Canada a little bit later, I believe in your 8th year of life. And then also could have been the 5th member of mindless behavior, but decided to explore other.
You know that? Oh my God.
Wait, did you have an audition or something?
No, but I'm gonna tell you about something later. But that's really crazy that you knew that. But go ahead.
No, wait, what?
Not literally, but like the way we was dressing. You want me to respond on that?
Oh my gosh, yes.
All right. So around that time, it's actually YouTube videos out. If y'all go and look at the Christian Drill video, the guy with the face tattoo, that's my cousin Eric, and he's a producer in LA right now. But he started producing when I was like 11 and he was maybe 14, and he would have me come over. I would sleep over there for like 3-4 days at a time. They would write my music for me, and I wasn't Christian rap at the time. And we was we was doing it. Like everything that I'm doing now is funny though. Everything that I'm doing now, I did it already.
Wow.
And like literally, like it's a video on YouTube still to this day. He don't know how to take it down. I don't, because we don't have the login. But it's videos, my first ever music video when I was like 13. And I also have a video where I started a production company called Borderline Productions, and I did a whole video like, if y'all want to be a part of Borderline, this and the third. It's like, man, sometimes I even be at the mall and people coming up to me asking, like, I'm making up this whole thing in my head.
Oh my goodness.
And my family is like, bro, you're a basketball player, like where does this even come from? But going back to the mindless behavior thing, around that time, that was our inspiration of like how we was to dress, like the whole night, even what the music sounded like. Yes. Like I made a girl song back then, like the Holy Hunt, the first one, like, and it was just because this is what they wanted me to do. But I always felt led to creativity and music somehow. So,
well, we don't have a mindless behavior currently, so it could be your real time, honestly.
Yeah, bring back boy bands for sure.
No, for real, I'm all over that. I'm all over that. That is so crazy. Well, can you dance?
A little bit. All right,
we'll have to see some of that, actually.
I can dance a little bit.
We'll have to see some of that.
For sure.
Actually. But yes, and then you did endure your basketball career. Expound upon that. Like, why do you think, and we did touch base a little bit, because your parents did also have that calling for you too. Yeah. How did you assert yourself in that identity for the time period that you did?
For sure. I've been a dog since, like, I ain't even saying this like to be funny or nothing, but I've been a dog since probably the age of 9, because I had to be. Like, growing up, you light skinned, you got, curly hair and, whatever.
Another mindless behavior requirement.
You see what I'm saying? Like, how to fit right in.
Indeed.
But no, like, you see a kid that cares about his appearance. Like, I liked clothes and, stuff like that as I got older. So a lot of times the kids like me get looked at like, oh, he's soft, like he ain't that. So that's what started me getting this attitude of like, I'll hit you before you hit me. Like, just to show you, like, because I know what you're thinking. Like, and that started to chip on my shoulder. So when it came to basketball, I just applied it to that. I always went on the court and I looked on the other side of the court. I didn't care how big you was, how tall you was. Matter of fact, I wanted the best player to guard me, and I wanted to guard the best player just so I could show everybody in here, you not that good. Like, and this was my mentality back then. My parents raised me to be a dog, like just because, like, my parents told me, like, when you grow up, we not finna babysit you, because when you grow up and get in the real world, ain't nobody gonna take your hand and be like, oh, Kai, no. My mom and them did that for like the first couple years of my life and whatever, but after that,
once off the breast milk,
you feel me? After that, it's like, let's get to it, and that's what it was. So basketball, it just came second nature. It was just like, in my head, I had to look at it like, y'all trying to embarrass me, y'all trying to hurt me, y'all trying to da-da-da. I had to play this stuff in my head like, y'all think I'm soft. Whole time, I don't even know who these people just want to play basketball. In my head, it's way deeper than the game. It's always been way deeper for me, for sure.
They probably felt that too. At that point in time, where did you get your confidence from?
My mama, for sure. Like, she would tell me, like, they had a little song she used to sing when I was like a kid, like, can't nobody do it like Kai, and she would just repeat that. And parents don't understand how, like, something that little can go a long way. And I would just hear I would hear her voice from time to time and be like, you know what, yeah, she right, can't nobody do it like me. And like I said, that's where I had that confidence. And then too, I knew I could see other players, and I just knew there was always something different about me. Like, everybody would always say, like, it's no way, why are you just walking in the gym, no stretching and dunking, or doing this? Like, I was scoring, I got the newspaper clippings in middle school scoring 50 points. Like, like stuff like that I was just like, all right, I'm not the same as everybody else. Like, something is different. Even the way my mind worked, I wouldn't talk to people and I would notice, like, why don't you don't critical think about this, or your head don't go here when you see this movie. And so I just always knew that it was something different about me, and I just chose to believe that something different was a good thing, for sure.
That is actually a really good point that you brought up too, because your mom being your source of confidence, just like reading into the word of confidence really means that you have to confide in someone.
100%.
I think that's also very humble of you as well. Because a lot of people think that confidence is a self-construct, when really it has all to do with trust.
Yep.
Absolutely all of it. In fact, when you try to look up anything with confidence in the Bible, it's having all trust in the Lord. So at this point, you know, putting your trust in your mom, that can waver. 100%. And also it can alter a lot of righteous things into more selfish things, 100%. Which is you there. Yes, and it did. And it did.
100%.
So that actually like brings up another point of just why you allowed that to be your stirring of confidence for so long. Like, what kept fueling that?
Everybody around me at that point. So once it was like, all right, my mama like cheering me on, it's kind of like, all right, bet, like, you my mom, you supposed to do that. Like, once you get older, that's how can't nobody do it like Kai. It's like, oh, that was cute when I was a kid, but now it's everybody else that's around me. So the friends that I had, the friend group, and just also too, like, when you are a good at a sport or a certain thing, you get praised a lot. So my praise came from, I'm in the game, I dunk on somebody, the whole crowd going dumb. So I'm getting that constantly, because I'm constantly playing basketball. And then two, not even just that, I'm going to different gyms playing against other people. The other people saying little stuff like, oh, you sweet. Or I started to notice people got scared of me coming on the court. Not saying this to be braggadocious or nothing like that, because, I obviously did make it to the NBA. But I would have,
you said what happened was.
You feel me? And we can get into that. But no, like I said, I would just notice, like, people would not want to guard me from time to time or something. So I started noticing, like, okay, I'm like that. Like, in that headspace, because I wasn't getting that confidence from God, it took it to a place that was dangerous, like to where I real life thought I was untouchable. For real.
No, expound upon that, because I think being in that area can be really dangerous very quickly and can slope to some very vicious, even vicious parts of yourself that you're starting to notice, and like, oh yeah, I can do this. Let's see what else I can do. 100%. Like, was there a moment, like, or time, like, that kind of scared you, like what you were capable of, and like noticing that people it wasn't like just about what you could do, but it's like, actually, I don't like this person.
I think it didn't get scary for me till I got older, because I started noticing even in school and stuff, because I was good at basketball, I would just go to my teachers and tell them, like, hey, I need y'all to bump my grade up. We finna play one of the rivals today. And they would do it. And I'm like, oh, wow, like, this is all I gotta do? Like, I ain't gotta go to school? Like, all right, bet. Then I would notice as well, like, when that fourth quarter report cards coming out, and I would just give them a sob story, because I was charming, as they would say. So I would give them for real, my teachers would write that on my report cards. Oh, honor to have in class, you're so charming, da-da-da. And I'm gonna charm you into getting you to do what I want you to do. And as a high schooler and middle schooler and college kid, it was like, oh yeah, this is sweet, I got the world in my hands. But then the person who thinks that they're untouchable, once that does happen to you, that's when it gets scary. And I think that was before I gave my life to Christ. Like, around that time, once my cousin got killed, again, it was like, oh, it's so crazy. I've never actually admitted this part, because I just, due to your questions, this is like a therapy session. It's funny because, when my cousin got killed and I was supposed to be with him and nothing happened to me, it was survivor's remorse. But at the same time, part of me, subconsciously, that's crazy, was still like, oh, I really can't be touched. Like, I was supposed to be with him tonight and didn't. Somehow, I didn't die. He did. And I've literally never, like, this happened so long ago, but never until this day did I even realize that was how I was thinking. But it wasn't until they put me in handcuffs a week later, and I was about to get 3 to 4 charges slapped on my name because of the stuff that I had going on. That was the moment that I knew, nah, God ain't playing. Like, that I done did this, I done took this for way too long. Like, this is serious. And God allowed me to get out of it. And then I had a piece of it again, like, oh, I can get away with this. And right after that, my mama caught me being somewhere I shouldn't have been. And that was my wake up of like, hold on, these 3 things just happened in a 2-week span. Yeah. I ain't untouchable. God just showing me I can get you if I want to. And I'm gonna show you just how close you can get to this water before you drown. So that was the moment that it really scared me for real and woke me up.
No, you scared me just sitting right here, because that I've seen you tell your testimony live before, and I literally felt just a change in the atmosphere when you were sharing it, because oftentimes you do get choked up, because it's an incredible and miraculous story nonetheless. Yeah. And the fact that you shared that, because it was so emotional for you, and you still in the back of your mind thought that you were untouched.
100%.
I had chills when you told me that. That was like unreal, because like the way that he died wasn't a way of like just like, oh, you know, like this was like a sudden but peaceful. It wasn't anything like that. It's I think honestly that turns a lot of attention to what people haven't been facing in their life. That's just all an point in their own, but you really got to experience the mercy and peace and love multiplied in that.
100%.
And arrogance, there's tons of times where God says that he resists the arrogant. He's not playing.
Exactly.
He's not playing.
Yeah,
so
he'll show you better than he can tell you. For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Absolutely. But I'm lost words for that, actually, because that's just amazing. So given that, so then now you're kind of putting back the pieces together, like, okay, I didn't do this. God allowed me to be here. I'm literally on his lavish grace.
100%.
I'm on his lavish grace right now. So what are your next moves? What do you do with yourself now?
Man, what, after that situation?
Yeah.
It was submitting to God, because at that point it's like, all right, you just letting me live. Like I once I got that understanding of like, oh, you just allowing me to do this. Like, you could snap your fingers and this be over. Like, for real. So once I really came to that realization, I feel like that's when I called my mama again and pretty much told her, well, she knew what was going on with me, but I just told her, like, I don't think God want to hear from me. Like, I don't know what else to do, but I just don't think he want to hear from me. And she told me to pray. And that day, like I said, I got down on my knees in my hotel room in Indianapolis and cried out. Like, I'd never cried out before, and just told God, like, I'm going to do this, but can you let me do it in a way where I don't have to lose who I am? Not my flesh, but who I am that you created me to be. The creative side, the funny side. Because I always saw, like, it seemed like when people get their life to Christ, it's like they turn into you supposed to turn into a new creation. Absolutely. But it seemed like they even lose, like, their personality. Like, the part that didn't have sin attached to it. Like, you used to be funny, and now you just like a robot. Just, oh, blessed and highly favored. How are you? Like, bro, you was never on that. Like, loosen up your shoulders, gang. It's cool. But I just told God, like, man, I want to steal, because I saw my parents do it. My parents was cool, but they was just older. So, of course, I'm thinking I got time. But I'm like, no, I want to be able to do this in a way that can also attract other young people to do it. So, and it just so happened around that time, like, once I gave my life back to Christ, it was like a rush of young people. Some people I went to school with and all type of stuff that started getting their life to Christ around the same time. So it also felt good to, like, feel like, oh, I'm not doing this by myself. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And that's a really good point, because you're saying, like, a lot of people can lose themselves while they're trying to pursue Christ, which in a way we know that we're supposed to deny this flesh and pick up our cross. But I actually am thinking about your name. You know, Dkg. So I'm like, it kind of sounds like it was almost rebellious towards that, to people like, oh, you guys just acting like you don't harm flies. Well, I kill demons. So what do you do on a Tuesday night? So expound on that. Like, I know that Luke 10:19 is the verse that you use, and you put it on all your merch too. So like, is it something that you do to justify kind of like why you use Dkg?
100%. And there's other scriptures, like, even when they talk about like us trampling on scorpions, like, it's so much context we can go into. But yeah, 100%. I felt like, especially recently, like in the last year, I felt the need to really justify it, because at first, I'm gonna be honest with you, I come from the type of being a person of like, I don't care what you think. Like, I'm good. If I'm good, my people good, and most importantly, God is okay with everything I got going on, I could care less what y'all think. But like I said, recently it got to a point where it's like, I started noticing, like, dang, people really don't understand this. Like, that I thought a simple concept of you choosing God, you saying no to the enemy, it's a metaphor of killing your demons. Just like people say you kill your flesh. Just like people say you walk on water. I guarantee if I go out right now, I'm not gonna walk on this water. But I've said that in music. Other rappers have said that. I got so much faith, I can walk. I've never seen you do it. It's a metaphor. So for me, when I would use killing demons as a metaphor, I did not understand for the life of me why people didn't understand it. But I understand it. Some things could just be lost in translation, and some people just don't like the term killing. That's or gang. Or demon. People think it's creepy or whatever. You know, some people don't even believe in demonic forces, but say they Christian. But that's another discussion, another podcast for another time.
That's wild.
But yeah, so I feel like that was why I started justifying it, just to kind of let people know, like, hey y'all, like, I ain't what y'all thinking. Like, it's Bible to back this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was me then, for sure.
Where were you at when you found that verse? Like, where were you at, like, in a sense of, you know, where God asks Adam and Eve, where are they? So
yeah.
Spiritually.
Exhaustion. Being exhausted. People don't understand how exhausting it is to be a full-time artist in general. But when you're an artist that's fighting against the very genre that you in, it's even harder. Because now you're doing music for God that you feel in your heart, your team feel in your heart is for God, it's for the kingdom, it's for his people. And then you give it to them same people and they look at you like you are the scum of the earth. Like people literally have treated me like I was doing secular music. Like that, people have literally said it. Like I looked at a TikTok comment last night, actually, before I went to sleep. And somebody told me in my comments that I might as well just be cussing, which is like, Yeah. And then somebody else in that same post said, yeah, I might as well just listen to secular rap. Like, dang, so you would rather listen to somebody talking about selling drugs, doing drugs, pimping women, doing this, and the third, than listening to me saying, okay, cool, I said I killed the demon. But the next verse, I said something about talking to God. Then the next verse after that, talked about going to church. The next verse after that, talking about opening up my Bible. So you would rather hear that than this, just because my beat or my cadence, or I said the word killing. I don't know. I still to this day get at a loss for words with it. Like I said, I understand it to an extent, but it's still like, that's crazy. It's crazy to me. And like I said, it gets exhausting. Like I'm to the point where I'm dang near tired of explaining, oh, so what is DKG? Like, that's one of the most searched things in Google when you put my name up. What does DKG stand for? Like, and like I said, I'm so tired of explaining it and having to try to win people over. Like, I shouldn't have to feel like I gotta win over these people when the whole time, bro, we fighting on the same team. But, you know, long story short.
In fact, the second question is, does DKG have any demons left to kill? I don't think so. Probably.
Wow. So are we still killing demons? That's the question?
Yes.
In theory, no. That's crazy to say that. That's the first time I said that. No. And I want to explain that to him, expound on it, because this is my thing. For me, I would rather, I don't want the message to be leaving a bad taste in people's mouth. So for me, if I have to change up my verbiage, if I have to even change my name, if God calls me to that, if I have to change, you know, what I talk about in songs or how I talk about it, then I'm at a place where I'm getting mature enough to where I will do that. Because I'm starting to realize, like I said, yes, I did this whole Demon Killer thing, this brand, and I still love the brand. I love my fans that support it from day one and all that. But at the same time, it's like, now it's time. The gospel is for everybody. The gospel shouldn't just be for the hood or just for the burbs or just for the church. The gospel is for everybody. So for me, if I'm feeling like my music is only going to one sector, that's great that I'm getting that, but I want this music, I want this art that God is downloading in me, especially this new stuff. I feel like God is pushing me to create stuff that does hit everybody, every single portion of the body of Christ. So in theory, yeah, y'all heard it here first. We are done killing demons. And yeah, that sounds crazy to say, but yeah, in theory, we are.
How does it feel to say that? Like, do you feel like you shed weight? Like, what does it feel like?
It's different. It's different. It's scary because you build your whole brand on something, and then now, you know what? Where do we go from here? You know, I don't want other fans to feel some type of way like, you know, why is he abandoning us? Is he leaving us? Is this going on? Like, what's going on? So yeah, it's different, but I'm at a place where, like I said, I know that this is what God is calling me to do, and it's not a matter of me leaving behind all my fans, because my music is still gonna be listenable and digestible. If anything, this new music is gonna be way better than it was. But like I said,
released.
Yeah, and released. So yeah, So like I said, I'm at the place where now it's time to go to the masses, and it feels weird, but it's time. And another part of that too, people took it way too far. Like when I started, and I will be honest in saying this, we started this. Like this demon killing thing, we started this. And we started it for a good reason. But people latched onto it and took it too far to where it sounded like they describing murders in their music. Like literally. So people just went too far with it. So now it's like, now when you look at the brand of demon killing, it looked like a meme. It just looked like something you look at and laugh at, and if you like it, you like it. If you hate it, you hate it. But no, it's time out for that. It is. So now I'm just, honestly, it's exciting to I feel like a new person. I feel like a brand new artist. Yeah.
And that actually leads me to my next question. You've already touched base on this, but sidebar first. Did you patent Bible Blicky? Are you making money on that?
Yeah.
That's genius.
Yeah,
That's so smart.
Too many people were running off with it and acting like they didn't know where they got it from. So I was like, yeah, well, let's just go ahead and slap a seal of approval on that for sure.
That's that business orientation there.
Got to.
So yes, like you touched base on this a little bit, but like how do your expectations differ for your new brand now, and how do they apply for the ones who listen?